So, how can emotional trauma manifest as physical pain? The simplest example I can think of is when we're nervous about something, our anxiety ramps up, and everything and anything between butterflies in our tummies to our guts grumbling and churning and maybe feeling a bit nauseous is such a classic example of emotion manifesting as trauma in the body. So let's explore now how trauma affects the body and what we can do about it. Emotional trauma is and can be anything from an unhappy childhood, grief, abuse, or major life changes. All may cause long-term problems, increasing the risk of developing other health issues. We've all heard of PTSD, which can include flashbacks, nightmares, and avoidance of related stimuli. And under these circumstances, our thoughts can run away with us, catastrophizing everything, making it difficult to manage our emotions, which can lead to complete overreactions. So trauma with a small t or a capital T can have a profound impact on the autonomic nervous system, which is responsible for regulating involuntary bodily functions like heart rate, digestion, respiratory rate, and so much more. So when we experience trauma, especially acute or chronic stress, it can dysregulate the autonomic nervous system, particularly the sympathetic and the parasympathetic branches. The fight or flight response is a primal reaction triggered by the sympathetic nervous system in response to perceived threats or stresses. And this response prepares the body either to confront the danger or to run like hell. Physiologically, it involves increased heart rate and blood pressure to pump more oxygen-rich blood to muscles and vital organs. Our pupils are dilated to enhance visual awareness. Air passages are dilated to facilitate increased oxygen intake. And digestive and immune systems are restricted as they are non-essential functions that are put on hold to redirect energy to immediate survival needs. Now, regarding physical symptoms during the fight or flight response, muscles tense up to prepare for action. Prolonged tension can lead to muscle fatigue and pain, especially in our back and joints. Also, increased muscle tension changes blood flow, and heightened stress levels can trigger headaches or migraines. And then we can have tummy issues because digestion slows down and blood flow is redirected away from the digestive system, which can lead to stomach discomfort, nausea, or other gastrointestinal issues. And now on to fatigue. Constant activation of the sympathetic nervous system can exhaust the body, which could lead to chronic fatigue and feelings of being drained. In cases of chronic trauma or ongoing stress, the autonomic nervous system may become stuck in a state of hyperarousal or hypoarousal, where it struggles to return to a balanced state. And this dysregulation can contribute to a variety of health problems over time. So, trauma is stored in the body through complex physiological and neurological mechanisms, often involving the interplay between the brain, the nervous system, and other bodily systems. The body can store memories of trauma through emotional and sensory triggers, and these triggers can provoke intense emotional and physiological responses even in the absence of current danger, due to associative memories stored in the brain and the body. Think of trauma like an unresolved file on your computer. Until it's addressed, it slows everything down, and probably not in a way that you want. So understanding how trauma is stored in the body underscores the importance of holistic approaches to healing, which may include trauma-informed therapy, somatic experiencing, mindfulness practices, and other techniques aimed at regulating the nervous system and addressing the physiological and emotional impacts of trauma, such as mindfulness practices, relaxation techniques, doing some breath work, getting out into nature. And if you haven't tried NST bone therapy, which is what I do, then it's a good opportunity to try it. We all want quick fixes. However, the bottom line is that we need to take responsibility for how we lead our lives, and that takes time. And it means a change in our lifestyle, and we can introduce mindfulness into our everyday lives with meditation or by being present as often as you can during the day. And you can do this by focusing attention on moment-to-moment sensations during everyday activities. So this is done by doing one thing at a time and giving it your full attention. So examples are like while brushing your teeth, or when you're locking the front door, or drinking a hot drink, or eating a meal. Slow the process down and be fully present. Being aware of what the food tastes like, what the texture's like, what it smells like, what sound is made when you chew it. Truly be present, whatever it is that you're doing. This is easier said than done, so just do what you can when you can. I love getting out into nature to nurture my nervous system. Whenever I go for a walk, the sights, the smells, the colors, the breeze on my skin, it's like a sensory bomb goes off in me. It's just glorious. And another thing to do is to take lovely deep breaths. You can do this anytime. In fact, the more often you do it during the day, the better. If you're feeling triggered by anyone or anything, take a deep breath to the count of 4 and then breathe out to the count of 6. In any situation, just a few of these breaths calms the immediate situation down. And we can take these kind of breaths a few times a day without knowing. So if you add a few of your own consciously, it can make us more resilient for when we need a bit of courage. And now, how can NST bone therapy help the nervous system? It uses a series of gentle moves over specific muscles and soft tissue that stimulate the body's self-healing mechanisms. One of the most powerful aspects of bone therapy is its effect on the nervous system, particularly the vagus nerve. So these light movements activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps calm the body, reduce pain, and lower stress levels. The vagus nerve is key to this response. So as your nervous system calms down, your pain levels decrease, especially in areas like your back and shoulders and joints. You can also expect increased energy because balancing the vagus nerve helps to combat chronic fatigue and boosts natural energy levels. Also, you can expect improved stress management because when your vagus nerve is functioning well, your body handles stress more efficiently, reducing anxiety and tension. And lastly, a well-functioning vagus nerve also improves your digestion and helps you sleep more soundly. So, because our bodies hold the memories of our experiences, like chronic headaches, tight jaws, stiff neck, frequent shoulder pain, digestive issues, or lack of flexibility, it's time to take a bit of control over our lifestyle. Try any or all of the above for some good choices to start to feel better. So if you've enjoyed this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you next time.